Hi there, it's Colleen Flanagan, your emotions whisperer and your animal's emotions whisperer. Today we're going to work on releasing animals' resistance to things. Now animals resist doing things like horses getting into their trailer, or dogs or cats or other smaller critters getting into their crates or their cages, especially if they have to go to the vet. They have resistance like we do. Some of them don't like to go outside when it's wet, like if you have to take your dog outside and it's raining or it's snowing. Releasing resistance in animals is simple, just like releasing resistance in humans. And this is all you have to do. First of all, think about what the animal's resisting. Let's just use the example of not getting into their crate or not getting into like a trailer if you're trailering a horse. The animal's instincts are telling them that it's not safe to do this. They can also be sensing your anxiety and your fear as well. So it's a good idea to calm yourself first and use any of my techniques. Check out all of my videos on how to relax and calm yourself. And just feel calm and confident and exude that calmness and that confidence and that leadership. Of course, it may not work on cats because we know they're just pretty much their own kind of animal. But here's a simple way to work on yourself as a proxy or a surrogate for your precious animal companion to calm them down and to release their resistance. So the biggest fear that animals have that causes resistance is a fear of not being safe. And when they feel being forced into something, their instincts kick in and tell them, oh my God, you better fight or flee. And hopefully they're not trying to fight you. You never know. I mean, who hasn't been bitten or scratched by an animal in the past? But all you have to do is work on yourself as a surrogate for them. So the fear that you need to work on, more than likely, is a fear of not being safe. So say we have an animal called Fluffy. Not a horse, of course, but called Fluffy. And what you do on yourself is focus with all the love in your heart on this animal after you've calmed yourself down. You can even send like a beam of love from your heart to their heart. And just say, Fluffy, I'm going to do this for you, not to control you or to dominate you or subjugate you, but I'm going to do this because I love you and I want to release your fear. Fluffy has a fear of getting into his or her cage and being taken to the vet, or as a horse getting into the trailer because they don't feel safe. So you're going to just clear surrogately Fluffy's energy meridians, right? So all you have to do, we're just going to clear one meridian, which is going to clear the entire energy system, and that's the governing meridian that runs from the bottom of their torso, like below the base of their tail, all the way to here. And you're going to do this for them with your heart connected to theirs. You just take your hand and you put it over your mouth and you just move it like this continually as you repeat and focus on the fears that your animal might have. So I'm going to give you some examples now. I now release for Fluffy all of Fluffy's fears about getting into the cage and being crated before we go. Especially if Fluffy's a dog, Fluffy's got fears about the pack leaving him or her behind, because dogs are pack animals. And when they are left behind as a pack animal, they feel abandoned and rejected and very afraid of not being safe. I release for Fluffy all his or her fears of not being safe when we have to crate our precious dog. And now if it's a cat, for cats, it's very important for them not to feel trapped because you know they're very independent creatures. And us independent creatures don't like feeling trapped, right? So what you would say is, I now release for Fluffy, my cat, all these fears of not being safe when he or she is crated because Fluffy feels trapped. And maybe Fluffy has associated the crate with going to the veterinarian, which is even scarier, all the smells and the sights and the sounds. And I clear for Fluffy all these fears of not being safe, fears that when Fluffy goes into the crate, he or she is going to the veterinarian's office and maybe getting a shot or an exam. And most cats and dogs really don't like that. I'm releasing for Fluffy all of Fluffy's fears about being in the crate, not being safe. Release all of Fluffy's fears that when his or her instincts kick in, that he or she is trapped, that he needs to fight or flee, but cannot do so. Releasing all of Fluffy's fears, and now sending the most calming energy to Fluffy. Now I know this might sound a little weird to you, but it really works. And I can prove it because I've helped animals all over the world this way, and so have all the animal companions, the humans that I've worked with as well. Same with if you're trying to help a horse get into the trailer. Some horses are very shy about being trailered because they've had either bad experiences and such. And you would use similar techniques to the one I just demonstrated for Fluffy. That's all you have to do. Just work on calming their instincts and their fears of not being safe. And release any fears of anything that happened in the past as well. That's all you have to do. It's simple, and it's a beautiful gift to give to your animal. And even better, a bonus on that is when you do this kind of emotional release work on your animal friends, the bond between them and you is going to get so much deeper, as is the love. And when you're done working with your animal friend, just gently disconnect your heart energy and relax. Take a few deep cleansing breaths, drink a lot of water, and that's that. That's all you have to do. If you need any more details, please contact me. My website is emorescue.com. You can email me, Colleen@emorescue.com. I have 2 books on helping animals through their fears. One is about EFT, emotional freedom techniques, and the other one is a technique that I've used that's even faster, the one I just demonstrated, which I call FREED, fast release of emotional energy disturbances. And it's specifically for animals. It's got all kinds of scenarios, and the tables of contents are available on my website. So thank you very much for listening in. Take care, and bless you for taking such good care of your animal friends. Namaste.